Hi, I'm Alan, and this is a Ibanez. It's an RG 370 AHMZ, which I assume means it's an ash body with a maple neck and a 0-point trim. I've refitted it with Alumitone pickups. These are the humbuckers. They're not the, it's not the Deathbooker. And I've rewired the guitar so that the switch is now a 5-way switch like a normal Strat wiring. And I've put pull switches on to switch the modes of the Alumitones so that I can have single coil or humbucker modes. First, I want to demonstrate the sound of these pickups. And I've looked on the internet and I didn't find anything that I liked because, well, there was one video where the clean sound of the pickups was demonstrated and was demonstrated well, but it was a multi-setup like this where you could have all these different sounds, but the chap didn't put any titles and didn't say what his modes were, so you never knew what you were listening to, which was a real shame because it was a good demo. So I'm going to tell you what switch positions I'm in, and I'm going to concentrate mostly on clean sound, absolutely clean sound, because I know that you're not interested in what my overdrives sound like. What I've got today is I've got a little bit of compression on, as you can see, this forest green compressor, which is set to about 9 o'clock, so there's very little compression. I've got 2 overdrives. I always use 2 overdrives together. This first one here is a black, I call it the Black Clone Overdrive. It's actually a clone of Blackstone's Overdrive. And then this one here is also a clone of an original 1970s Color Sound Overdriver. We're going to start with position 5. In each case I'll go positions 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that you can hear the pickup combinations. And apart from the Alumitones, the single coil is a custom shop 69, like a Fender. It's a standard Fender Stratocaster pickup, so you've got an idea of what these sound like compared to that. Neck pickup, position 5, humbucking. Position 4, position 3, position 2, position 1. Now in single coil mode, position 5. Position 4. Position 3. Position 2. Position 1. these are all single coil mode. Neck, middle, bridge. In between, neck and middle, middle and bridge. Okay, so, and if you want to hear that with the humbuckers, this is humbuckers, bridge and middle. And middle and bridge, middle and neck. Now with a bit of overdrive, we'll go back to humbucker mode. Now, with overdrive, to me, it doesn't really matter what pickup, what guitar, or what position you're using. They all sound pretty much the same. It's sort of like that. So that's enough of that. I'm not going to go through that whole thing. There's plenty of stuff on the internet with people doing overdriven stuff. The amp I'm using is a Fender Mustang 3, emulating a Princeton reverb, lined directly out the back with a Canon connector into the Focusrite Sapphire interface. One of the really nice things about the Alumitone is that when you switch between single coil and humbucker, you don't get a difference in level. With Alumitones, you don't switch the hot line, although you can connect them together to get both pickups on at the same time. With Alumitones, you have three separate earths. One is the actual body of the pickup, one is the earth for the humbucker, and one is the earth for the single coil mode. So I hope you've enjoyed this and get an idea of what these pickups sound like yourself. I personally find them to be sterile. They're okay when you've got a lot of overdrive going on, but for clean sounds, they just don't have the harmonics and the movement and the richness that you get from my other guitar back there. My other Ibanez has Seymour Duncans in it. And those are fabulous pickups. They have a lot of richness going on. And my favorite guitar behind me, the Telecaster, which has original 1974 Gibson mini humbuckers in it. That's my favorite, and they've got amazing sounds. These pickups look good. They sound great when if you want very clean, articulate stuff. Even when it's overdriven, it's still clean and articulate. That's good. But if you want to do blues and stuff like that, not so good. You might get away. You might find that you enjoy them for country or jazz. Country, maybe not so much. My son has a Telecaster, and I played the Telecaster against these, and I preferred the Telecaster, and that's a Harley Benton guitar. So, yeah, I'm not, for the price, I'm not sold on the Alumitones. I'm probably going to put some DiMarzios on here. So, until next time, if you want to, you can subscribe and do all that stuff, you know. Ciao.